Pastor John have to leave? Doesn't he love our church? Is it because I was loud during the service?
Of course not. Even though he's leaving your church, he's going to start a new ministry for others. Happy Sunday and welcome to Keys for Kids. I'm so glad that you're listening. As always, my name is Zach. Have you ever moved away and left your friends at church and school? Leaving is sad, but you do get a chance to meet new friends and join a new church. You'll go through a lot of changes in life like that. God may ask you to leave something or someone behind so that you can work for His kingdom somewhere else. Whenever you're going through a hard change like that, remember Romans 8:28. It says, "We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Our story today is called When God Closes a Door. The Wong family had just come back from church. The two girls, Mei and Ping, were heartbroken. Pastor John was leaving their church. "Why does Pastor John have to go?" asked Mei. "Doesn't he love us? How could he just leave us like that?" "You should know the answer," replied Ping. "You were misbehaving during church last week. He must have gotten mad at you and decided to leave." "What? Are you blaming me?" asked Mei. "Hold on," said Dad. "Pastor John has good reasons for leaving, and they have nothing to do with us. He's been praying about this decision for a long time." Mom agreed. "I know it's hard on you girls since you've known Pastor John since you were young, but we can trust that God has great plans for him." Later that year, the Wong family decided to pay Pastor John a visit. They even brought his favorite dessert, apple pie. Pastor John was delighted to see them. "How have you been, Pastor John?" asked Dad. "I'm doing very well. God has led me to serve Him in a new ministry," replied Pastor John. "You see, I used to be a troubled teen. I got into fights and drugs. It was only after I knew Jesus that my life turned around." Pastor John turned to Mei and Ping. "Have you heard the saying, when God closes one door, He opens another?" The girls shook their heads. "After I left the church, God gave me an opportunity to be a counselor and help at-risk youths at the rehab center," said Pastor John. "I'm able to empathize with them and even been able to share my story with some of them. Jesus helped me know He loved me by sending caring people into my life when I was struggling, and now He's using me to help others." "I think I get it," said Mei. "When you prayed and God led you to step away from the church, it was like God was closing a door?" Ping jumped in. "And when you became a counselor, it was like God opened another door for you." "Exactly," said Pastor John. Mom smiled. "We're so happy for you, Pastor John," she said. "God has great plans for you." So how about you? Have you ever experienced a difficult change that made you sad? Change can be hard, and it's okay to feel sad and express your feelings to God and to trusted adults. When we face challenging times, we can trust God. He's with us through it all, and He's working all things for His good purposes. Our key verse is Romans 8:28.
And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose.
And our key thought for this Sunday: when God closes a door, He opens another. Hey, did you notice the kid in today's story sounded a little different? That's because I spent a week with kids just like you at Maranatha Bible and Missionary Conference, and while I was there, I got to record them speaking the lines for the devotional stories. Pretty cool, huh? Well, maybe one day I'll be able to record you too. Until then, I'm Zach. Thanks for spending time with me here on Keys for Kids. I'll see you right back here tomorrow.